up, y'all? It's your girl LaResa Eyvon, and I'm back at it with another video for you guys. So if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you never miss a video from me. If you are an OG subscriber, welcome back. And without further ado, let's get into this week's video. So as you all can see by the title, this is part 2 of my Sephora Beauty Savings Event videos. And in this video, I wanted to give you all my actual makeup recommendations. So again, I asked you all over on my Instagram if you wanted to see how to shop the sale or specific beauty product recommendations. You all was like, both of them. So here I am with part 2. This is the makeup recommendation portion of the video. If you missed part 1, I have all of the details for the Sephora Beauty Savings Event, as well as my 5 tips for how to shop the savings event like a pro. I will leave it down in the description box. So for this video, y'all, I am just going to recommend the products to you in the order that I would apply them, because to me, it just made the most sense. So we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Now, this is not really going to be a product review, but just these are the products that I would recommend and a brief overview of why. So we're going to start off with primers. I have 2 primers that I would recommend. The first one is the Glow Recipe. This is the Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. This is my holy grail primer. Now, I love this primer because it does what it says it's going to do. It smooths and blurs your skin. If you want your skin to look airbrushed, chef's kiss. Now, the second primer that I recommend is the One Size Secure the Blur. Now, this was the primer I was using before the Glow Recipe primer was released, and I still stand by this primer. So next up, let's move into brow products. I do have 3 holy grail brow products that I would recommend. I have been using these products for years. Now, I know all of the makeup girlies love them, the Anastasia Brow Wiz Pencil, but for moi, I love the Anastasia Perfect Brow Pencil. I like this one better because of the texture of the product. It also is a pencil that you have to sharpen. And so I feel like you get a little bit more product for the amount of money that you're spending. This is the brow pencil that I would recommend. If you decide to give that brow pencil a try, you've got to let me know, because I don't hear a lot of people talk about the Perfect Brow Pencil, but I promise you it is the perfect addition to your makeup collection. Next up, we have the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. I love this as the second step in my brow routine. I use this to kind of set the brow hairs up. It's also tinted at the same shade as the brow pencil, so it really gives my brows those hair-like strokes, and that is what I specifically love about the brow gel. The last brow product that I have is the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I love this because it sets your brows. If you want your brows to be locked down in place, they ain't moving, this is the brow product that you need. We're gonna go ahead and move on to foundation. I have 2 foundations that I recommend, and I have tried to pick one over the other, but they always seem to just fluctuate back and forth which one is number 1 and which one is number 2. And those 2 foundations are none other than the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation and the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I love these foundations so much. If you are a normal to dry skin girly, these foundations would be perfect for you. They give you a nice glow and radiance without you looking shiny. It dries down like just enough. I am wearing the Makeup Forever right now, and it's just chef's kiss. These foundations are just beautiful on the skin. Like, everyone that I've recommended this foundation to has loved it. And so if you are on the hunt for a good foundation, I highly recommend both of these. I have tried some other foundations outside of these 2, and I always go back to these 2. So next up, we're going to talk about 2 concealers that I am loving. Again, these concealers, I can't really pick a 1 or the 2. Now, one of them is newer, and so I have been using it a lot more lately just because it's newer. But then I went back to the other one that I'm going to talk to you about, and now I can't seem to put it down. The first one The newer one is the Makeup Forever. This is the HD Skin. It is the little sister of the foundation that I just talked to you about. I love this concealer because it doesn't dry out my under eyes, and it's hydrating and it blends out so good. It's so creamy. It's like the perfect shade for me for an under eye concealer because I personally don't like to go too bright under the eye. And then before I was using this concealer, I was using the Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring Concealer, and I love this just as much. It is also a radiant concealer. It is a hydrating concealer, so it won't dry out your under eyes. It blends out like a dream. I'm not going to say they don't crease because I feel like if you have creases under your eyes, the likelihood that your concealer is going to crease is high. But neither one of these slip and slide and move all around on your face. So once you set them with powder, you are locked in. My favorite cream bronzer is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I have mine in the darkest shade. I love this cream bronzer because it literally just melts into your skin. I have it on today. It's so easy to use. I think that's what I love most about it. You can almost go ham with this and it won't look bad because it just blends into your skin. And then the second cream bronzer that I recommend is this Milk Makeup Cream Bronzer. This is the matte bronzer and I have the shade Blitzed. This again is another beautiful bronzer shade. Now this one is more of like a cream bronzer slash contour, so it gives me that bronzer vibe. It is a little bit darker than the Makeup by Mario, so it allows me to chisel my cheeks a little bit more. But I really liked this one as well. This one is more matte. This one is more glowy or radiant. So keep that in mind when you are deciding which one you want to pick up. Next up, we're going to talk about under eye setting powder. And I only have one that I recommend. I don't hear a lot of the girlies talking about this particular under eye setting powder, but I love it. Now, don't get me wrong. The girlies be talking about a lot of Sis's products, but they don't talk about this one specifically. And this is the Danessa Myricks Evolution Powder. I love this setting powder. I have the shade number 3. Now, I don't know if the girlies don't talk about it because it's not mattifying. And of course, if you have oily skin, you want, typically people want to use a mattifying powder on their skin so that it decreases the chances of their oil breaking through or slows it down. But this product to me is still somewhat matte, even though it does have a natural finish. So if you do have oily skin, I personally think that this might work for you. I would say at least give it a try. The shades though, this shade in particular, number 3, is so good on like chocolate skin. Like it just blends out beautifully. And ever since I picked this up, I just have never been able to go back to any of my other under eye setting powders. So I thought about it. I was like, do I want to recommend another under eye setting powder in this video? And then I was like, no. I'm going to give Danessa Myricks her flowers. This Evolution powder is banging. If you pick it up, let me know if you love it too. And if you're wondering why the girls ain't talking about it, because she's a banger. As far as all over setting powder, honestly, my favorite all over setting powder, Sephora does not carry. I personally love the MAC. Is it the skin finish? The mineralized skin finish. For my all over setting powder. But an alternative to that is the Sephora collection. I think it's called the Micro Smooth Baking Powder. I hear a lot of people say that they feel like it's a comparable powder. I, for one, have not ever used it, but it would be 30% off if you decided to pick it up during the sale. So the powder bronzer that I use is this NARS matte bronzer. I do think they have changed the name, and these are like the NARS Laguna bronzers now, and then they come in different shades. I think that they just rebranded it into the Laguna collection, but the formula, I believe, is still the same. Bronzer is so good. I use it all the time. I'm using it today. And then on top of that, I have this Haus Labs. This is technically one of her highlighters, but the shade is called Chocolate Opal, and I use this almost like a bronzer topper just to seal the deal and give me that bronzy glow. Y'all, if you are my complexion, even a little lighter or darker, pick this up. Like if you don't pick up anything else from this recommendations video, this needs to be the product that you pick up. I use it as a topper on top of the bronzer because it just gives you like a nice glow. It blends the blush and the contour or your bronzer, all of that together, and it's just gives you a flawless finish. So if you don't pick up nothing else and you are my complexion, like I said, even a smidgen lighter, a little bit darker, if you don't pick up nothing else from this video, pick this up and tell me how you like. I'm gonna get into some blushes that I highly recommend. First up are these Rare Beauty liquid blushes. These are everything. These will make you not want to pick up any other blush for the remainder of your life. That's how good they are. She has a great shade range for lighter to darker skin. She has matte versions as well as dewy finish versions. So depending on your skin type, you can either get the matte or the dewy. Pigmented, but they're not so pigmented that you can go overboard immediately. Take your time and build it up, but they blend out so good. The other blush that I want to recommend, y'all, I feel bad even recommending it because the shade range is trash. Like, it is so bad. But the one blush that does show up on darker skin complexion, and by darker skin, I mean me and anyone darker than me, even if you are a little lighter than me. The only one that is going to show up on you is this Dior Rosy Glow. This is in the shade Cherry. It's just beautiful. Like, for brown skin, this blush is everything. Like I said, I hate recommending it because this is really the only one that I can recommend. This one and Mahogany. I didn't pick up Mahogany because to me it almost looks like a bronzer shade, and I have enough bronzers that I don't use, so I don't need to add another bronzer to my collection. But as far as the blushes, this one is perfect for chocolate skin, darker skin. It's pigmented enough. Like, when you're first using it, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're gonna be like, is anything even coming off of this? But the more you use it and build it up, it is such a beautiful shade. So that is why I recommend this one. As far as highlighters, you guys, I still love the Becca highlighters. But this is the shade that I love the most, and this is Chocolate Geode. They also have some less gold, like more champagne colors. So I would just say check out what they have. Again, it's Smashbox times Becca. But these are the OG highlighters. These are the highlighters that had the girls in a chokehold back in, like, what, 2012. Every girl wanted to have a Becca highlighter. But I love these highlighters. I still love them. I have an entire collection of them. I just cannot part with my Becca highlighter. And then the other product that I would recommend are these Fenty Icon Velvet lipsticks. Y'all, that is the red that I have on right now. I'm wearing the MVP. It is always sold out because it is that good. So if it is on the website, when this sale starts, get this now. Like, get your hands on it now. Don't say I didn't tell you, because this is everything. I love the formula of these. They don't dry all the way down to where, like, your lips feel parched and start cracking. These are still like a velvety finish, but I don't think that they transfer as quickly as like a regular lipstick. So I think they're well worth the money. They are like $29 though. So if you can get 10, 15, 20% off, sis, go ahead and pick you up a couple of these. So we are down to the last two product recommendations. The first is going to be my setting powder, and this is what I use to set my face after I've sprayed my like final spray of setting spray. I go back over it and kind of push that spray in using this powder. This is the NARS. I think this is the light reflecting pressed setting powder. I have the shade Mesa. This is so good. It just has the right amount of glow to just make your skin look like airbrushed. Like, you really look photo ready with this on. And so I never skip this step. And then last but not least, y'all, don't come for me. Don't come for me in my setting spray, because I have the travel size of this, but I am going to pick up the full size while it's on sale. This is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. So I have the travel size of this because I just tried it like a couple of months ago. And I just just really like it. Like I used it again today and my makeup looks bomb. It just it melts all of the makeup in together and it keeps me looking fresh to death all day. So I highly recommend this setting spray to lock all of this makeup in. Like I said, I am going to pick up the full size and I do highly recommend it to you guys. So that is it, you guys. That is everything that I would recommend you pick up during the Sephora Savings Event. Let me know if you already use some of the makeup products that I recommended or if you plan on picking up any of the products that I recommended. As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.